Tesla rumors are flying all over the place. Gigafactories being built everywhere. Vehicle to grid confirmed. Kind of. Maybe. Maybe not. How do all these rumors affect your Tesla stock? I'll tell you what I'm seeing and what my game plan is for Tesla stock this week. And you can copy off my paper right now. Welcome back, everyone. In this video, we will cover the huge week that just happened. What are the biggest rumors moving the stock? And I will lay out my strategy for the coming week. All right, lean in close here and I will speak softly. My sources say the rumors are true that Elon is buying my channel. And I'm secretly trying to get my subscribers in on the deal. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe, hit that notifications bell, and go ahead and like the video as well. So let's recap the prior week. Monday, the Dow was up 911 points. Tuesday, the Dow was down 390 points. Wednesday, the Dow was up another 369 points. Thursday, the Dow was down 101 points. And Friday, the Dow was down 8 points. So let's do some super technical analysis. So I learned something new this week. Thanks to those of you that pointed this out to me, but apparently there is some guy that does Tesla videos, but puts bikini breaks in his videos. Like, really? That's what he does. I couldn't find a guy to verify it, and I don't want to support that kind of stuff. But I figure it would be just a cheap gimmick and it would die off. Guess not. And even if it was a tough week for my channel, and I pretty much sucked on YouTube last week, putting that stuff in my videos is just not for me. So no bikinis. Super technical. Maybe if I wore a Speedo on my thumbnails, you guys would click more. Or maybe if I get enough likes, I won't wear a Speedo. I'll let you guys choose. What are my takeaways from the week? There are really three big takeaways from the week for me. And since this is the rumor mill edition, we will cover a couple of those. The first big rumor, the new Gigafactory is going to be built everywhere apparently. Look, I typically stay away from the rumor mill on Tesla, as there are just way too many and people are so passionate about them. Like, they truly believe it if it comes from a particular source. Not this source, but if it comes from this source, it must be true. I personally found that some of them are right sometimes and some of them are wrong sometimes. And yes, there are even a few out there that pretty much are reliable. And then there's others that aren't reliable at all. But people are so passionate about Tesla that they love and jump on any kind of information and every kind of information they can get. And that's a good thing. But jump into any of the Tesla chat rooms and it is just bonkers. Now you can check out our Discord group down in the description. It's not nearly as bonkers as some of those others, but you jump into those, wow, is all I can say. But back to the new Gigafactory. The first I read was it was being built in Austin, Texas, and that was confirmed. Then later that same day, I read that they were possibly moving to Tulsa, Oklahoma instead. And then the videos just started rolling in, quoting various articles and sources about what was going to happen. Oh, and when they're quoting sources, they never actually reveal their sources. They just quote their sources. Hey, I got sources in Tesla too. Elon's still working to buy my channel. That's what my sources told me. That's almost as bad as saying social media told me to. Anyways, it didn't take long for the actual truth to come out, that Tesla had visited both Austin and Tulsa looking to see where they wanted to put the next Gigafactory. But obviously no decision has been made yet. And as for anonymous sources go, well, you can read articles like this that state Tesla has its heart set on Texas, according to their sources. No, it doesn't. Texas may have its heart set on Tesla, but if Tesla wanted to move to Texas, it has it in the bag. They don't even really need to ask. Either way it goes, both cities are going to be great choices for Tesla, in my opinion. But if I hear something in the meantime, I'll break it on Instabook for all of you first. The second big rumor going around this week, vehicle to grid is happening. Not happening, maybe already there. Continuing down the rumor mill of the week, I feel like I'm on like Access Hollywood or something for Tesla. Vehicle to grid charging was confirmed in a Model 3. And then that video was immediately debunked. And then it was confirmed. And then it was unconfirmed. And then somebody else said their car had software in it. And I don't know how that argument stands right now. Ultimately, there's been no word from Tesla on any of this. So what is vehicle to grid? Long story short, basically you can flow electricity into and out of your car. So, power can go both ways. Kind of like when you hook up your phone to your car, the car charges it, right? But instead of charging your phone, the car can charge up the grid. There's a ton of great videos about the engineering behind all of that. Way above my head in terms of brain power. But the information is out there and I encourage you to get out there and read it. But whether it's true or not apparently is debatable. What's not debatable is despite Tesla's past stance against it, this would seem to fit into their overall big picture plan. They are actively making moves to enter the energy market. With energy trading platforms and asking for licensing to become a UK electrical provider, all signs are pointing towards a much bigger play into the energy sector. Add this in with the rumors of a huge battery upgrades coming, they will now have a battery that can handle this type of action. So I think, in my opinion, that it's something they are considering doing at least in some form. They are planning world domination after all, right? And the third big takeaway for the week that's not a rumor is Tesla return to normal operations. Tesla sent out a memo to employees saying that it was returning to normal operations and that they would be enforcing their attendance policy as of last Friday. When I first read that, I thought I was back in school again. An attendance policy. So what is Tesla's attendance policy? Let's read it real fast. Tesla's attendance policy gives workers points if they skip a shift without having accrued personal time off, or if they use personal time off without approval from managers. Thought you had to have your manager's approval before you could take personal time. Whatever. They get 2 points per absence and 1 point for tardiness, typically. A worker with 5 to 6 points can be terminated under this policy. I'm sure there's some wiggle room and some other caveats to all this, but you get the gist. Now you figure the factories being closed was the only thing holding Tesla back, and now that that's all over, Tesla would just skyrocket. The demand is there, right? They have more buyers than cars produced. Just a mere rumor of opening the Fremont factory would send the stock up huge before. So Tesla was going to make a big jump, right? But curiously, that wasn't the case. Now don't get me wrong, it stopped the slide it was in that day and it went up about $30 or so after the announcement. But for Tesla, that's a regular boring Tuesday. Oh, and by the next day, about half of that $30 gain was gone. We'll talk about this more in just a second when we talk about the actual trading for the week. But that's just strange to me. My strategy for the week. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only, as I am a complete idiot. So it was an interesting week last week. I didn't do anything with Tesla, but that may change this week. But I did make a surprise buy on Tuesday. If you guys have been following me, you know I've been looking at an oil play and I just couldn't figure it out. Just because I can't figure it out doesn't mean I hadn't kept trying, and I've been watching and looking at a few things for over a month now. Essentially waiting until some of the hype dies back down with all the crazy oil news and studying the data and seeing what happened in the meantime. But about a month ago as I started researching all this, I watched some crazy old man, a CEO's name who I cannot pronounce, did an interview with Kramer. I'll put his name up on the screen for you, but he is the CEO of Nordic American Tankers, or NAT, N-A-T. I'm telling you, seriously, find interviews with this guy. He is awesome. He's not drunk, but if someone told me he was happy because he had a few drinks, I would totally believe it. The interview I saw with him was great, and he immediately made me feel happy and jovial. I don't know why, I just got this weird feeling. So I immediately said to myself, I want to buy this guy's stock. It fits what I see with the oil short term, and let's see what happens, but this dude is just too awesome to not roll the dice with him. So I started studying to make sure I knew the company, the business itself, all that good stuff. And it took me a little bit more than a week to do. Hey, I was busy making videos for you guys, okay? I had a lot of stuff going on. And by the time I came around to actually pulling the trigger on the stock was up huge. And as quick as it went up, it came back down. And now I bought some shares on Tuesday at $4.91 a share. Now I post all my trades real time on Patreon, and as per my usual when I buy something, it immediately went down more. So I should have waited a few more minutes. As was pointed out to me after making the trade, there has been a ton of hype around NAT. So I punched NAT stock into the little YouTube search bar, and holy smokes, there was like 150 videos on that stock. It looked like there was more than Tesla videos. It was crazy. I was thinking it was more of a dividend play and maybe I'd make $1 or $2 on the upside. But how can there be that many videos on a stock like that? I have no idea if that's why the stock price jumps so high so fast. That's ridiculous. Even though it's not my strategy, I hope the hype train starts again because it would be easy to turn this essentially into a swing trade. And I will happily sell a portion of my holdings if it runs up again. But that's not why I bought it, so I don't really care if it does or not. Now on to Tesla and the rumor mill affecting trading. I said it last week, but these leaks about Battery Day don't help in my opinion. I know opinions vary back and forth, but in my opinion, it doesn't help. To me, it means some people are already pricing that information into the stock. And you might actually see the stock price go down if it doesn't actually wow enough. It's like if you were watching Empire Strikes Back and you already knew Vader was Luke's father. The movie just wouldn't be as good if you already knew the twist. We all know that Tesla moves on rumors all the time, and that is just part of the game here with Tesla stock. But when rumors take away from the shine of something that is truly going to be great for Tesla, it does not allow the market to give it its proper price reflection, in my opinion. As far as buying, I've been looking for opportunities to buy, but for the past 2 weeks, it has pretty much traded sideways. And given how strong the market has reacted to rumors of Fremont maybe reopening in the past, the news on Thursday should have moved this stock huge. So the real question becomes, are all these rumors killing the gains before they actually happen? Or is Tesla running out of steam? Either way, I don't think I'll be looking to buy this week unless there's a significant move up or down. And for total transparency here for you guys, and for sticking around towards the end of the video, I did start looking at if, how much, and what price I might consider taking some profits off of Tesla stock. Not going to sell it all or anything drastic. And I may not do anything at all. But I wanted you guys to have the information up front on what I am considering when it comes to Tesla stock. So click this video right here to get the information on the stock market crash I see coming. Thanks.